What's up, everyone? Welcome and welcome back to the channel. As you can tell by the title, today I'm going to be talking about what social media means to me. And I feel like the best way to start this is to talk about why I joined social media to begin with. I joined social media around the time when I was about 15 going on 16. I kind of snuck and made the account. It was an Instagram account, and my mom was totally against me having social media because of how she saw certain relatives and other people's children that she saw utilizing social media in a way that was very crazy to be using as a child, and disrespectful in a way based off like the things they were posting. But for me, the reason why I wanted to get on social media was totally different. Yeah, I always grew up as a child that was always interested in the arts and just everything artistic, to be honest. And I feel like social media was the place to where I could display and really show up as myself authentically without having the pressures of people being around me being aware of the things that I was doing. So not only did my mom not know about my social media, um, my dad didn't either, and a lot of people that I grew up with and around and were going to school with at the time didn't know about it either. So I had this account and it was weirdo.maris, w3ird0.maris, and this account is still up because I feel like everything that I created and posted on there was just so timeless, and I'm kind of a nostalgia act addict, so I just like to look back and see like, wow, I've always been doing this and I've always been interested in this. And on this account, I pretty much just danced and showcased all of the things that I really liked to do. But mainly on that account, I danced. And around the time, there was this app called Dub Smash that my friend introduced me to, and I was kind of like how I got myself back into dancing. And we would do challenges and we would upload them, and I was gaining followers based off like dancing. And I've never publicly displayed my dancing abilities that I had at the time, because now I feel like my body hurts if I try to dance nowadays. But um yeah, that was the first time I ever showcased any of that, and I was receiving like a lot of love and people embracing me, and I was also getting better at it along the way. And I just really enjoyed the space that I began to create on social media, because I was also like interacting with different dancers and collaborating with people that were miles and miles away from me across the world, and I even like established a relationship of supporters that still check on me to this day, and they still remember me based off like the things that I do to this day. I did back then to this day. And that's pretty much why I joined social media. But my mom was like still totally against it because she didn't know what I was trying to do or what I was on there for. But like a parent, she went through my page after she kept seeing all the notifications that I was getting on my phone, and she was going through the page and she realized that I was just on here basically being the person that I am at home on social media. And I didn't get in trouble for it. She actually let me continue to do what I was already doing, and she kind of just started embracing me more in that way and started like giving me ideas and telling me what I could do and what I should do. Yeah, that's pretty much it. As time passed on, like a lot of my peers, people around me, and people I grew up with and people that attended my schools started to follow my page, and this is when things kind of started to go downhill, because I really didn't want anybody around me to know about the things that I were doing. But things would just get weird. Like they would mention my page to my teachers. They would show it to my teachers, which was very weird to me. Cause like, why are you trying to, like, just because I was quiet in class, they'll be like, he don't act like that at home. This and that. On social media, this is Instagram, this and that. But I feel like that was kind of weird. But people would do it all the time in high school, and it got to the point to where I really didn't want anybody that knew me in real life to be following me. Um, Social media has always been like a safe haven to me since I've been. It was always like my escape from reality and everything that's going on like in my personal life and everything that's going on in this very evil and sick world. So once people from real life started to interact with me on social media and start following me, it started to begin to get very weird, and I started to kind of like lose interest in it. And I kind of still feel this way to this day because, when people in real life follow you, for some reason you feel obligated to follow them back. And the things that they show and the things that they post, the things that they interact with is totally different from what I would rather see or prefer to see. And I feel like every time I get on social media now, I'm just like I'm being attacked, or like I'm being held on this app against my will because what are y'all talking about? Like, I don't want to see this drama. I don't want to see all this arguing. I don't want to see all this nagging, all these quotes, all this bitterness. It's so annoying, but it's like you can't escape it because of who you follow. And it's getting to the point to where I want to unfollow everybody that I know in real life. Not everybody that I know, but people who just follow me just for no reason, and they don't interact with anything that I post, because we see that even though I don't go looking for it, we can still tell who's interacting with us and who's not. Especially like people that didn't tell me happy birthday on my post, and you see them actively on social media and you can't tell me happy birthday. I don't know. Anywho, we getting off subject. But yeah, things began to get a little weird once people started finding out about my account and started telling everyone about it and sharing it. And they wouldn't even interact or like the video or just comment or just do any of those things, but they will always tell me, or they'll tell me in person, or they'll DM me and being like, haha, this was so funny, this and that. I saw when you did this, I saw when you did that, da 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 da. But why are you not interacting? Like, that's the whole point of social media. And also at the time, I always looked at social media as an opportunity to improve my life. Um, I would get on Dub Smash every single day and upload 4 to 5 videos every single day because I thought Dub Smash and Instagram will be my way out of my current state of my state of living at the time. And yeah, so I kind of do feel a way even to this day when people don't interact with the things that I post and they know me in real life. Um, that's kind of one of the reasons why I feel like I should probably make this video, because maybe people don't understand what social media means to me and what I'm trying to do with social media. Um, yeah. So with all that being said, after being weirded out by having people follow me on my page, weirdo.morris, on Instagram, and not, well, it kind of died down once Dub Smash died, and people no longer wanted to see the person that I was kind of becoming into, because I no longer wanted to just dance anymore. As I said, I am in pain from the things that I used to do back then. And if you look on that page, you will see why I'm in so much pain to this day. And I don't think I have what it takes to return and become a full-time dancer again. So I started to embrace all the other talents and the things that I am interested in on social media, and they weren't really too accepting of it on that page. Well, I get what that's what I'm saying, but they didn't really interact with it in a way that I would like for people to do. So in 2019, I believe, I created a new page, ko.mars. And ko, yes, it's ko. I should probably say this. People always say Kamars. That's not really my name, but I also kind of like that in a way. But the goal was ko Mars, and it's kind of corny now that I'm saying it, but that was on my heart when I created the name. So KO is just like what every other KO means. It means to knock out. And for me, it means to knock out all the barriers and all the blockages that I have put up on myself that I try to use to hide myself and my talents and my interests from the world. And that was the difference between this page and my other page, is that I wanted this page to really showcase every single part of me and not just the giddy, happy, jumping around, breaking bones and type of character. Um which is still me, but there are other parts of me as well. And I would like for every version of me to exist on that page. And the type of content that I post on there is, you know, I take a lot of pictures, and I guess you can say that I model, editorial modeling, and occasionally I want to get into dancing, but I've yet to get back into the spirit of that and the swing of that, because it really does hurt my body a lot. And I talk about like my inspirations. I post my inspirations, and I create work. I just graduated college as a video arts major, and I post all the things that I've been creating while I was in college on there, and hopefully I continue to work on personal projects, passion projects. And I'm also gonna link my senior project that I did alongside some of the most dope people that I've ever met in college. We made a project basically talking about the effects that music has on athletic performance. And yeah, but now when it comes to social media, I really want to continue to express myself to the fullest without the worries of people not interacting or things like that. But my goal is to really like one day establish like a genuine community of people that are truly supportive of me and my endeavors, and I can pour back into them as they pour into me, and as they embrace me and like let me know that they are actually actively enjoying the things that I do and the things that I post. Because a lot of times it's just like you're talking into the void, and maybe this is just the beginning again, but I don't remember feeling this way when I first started social media and I was posting literally for myself. Maybe it's because I'm aware of all the potential deals and benefits that can come from social media nowadays, when back then none of this existed. maybe that's the difference. But I really want to go back to feeling the way that I felt when I was posting literally for myself on social media. Um, but it does get a little worrying and a little draining when people don't really see me for who I am and my abilities and my talents. And sometimes it really makes me want to go back into the shell that I've always lived in, but I genuinely know that that will not service me. I do enjoy helping bring other people's ideas into life, but I feel like I constantly did that to avoid working on myself and the things that I thoroughly enjoy, because I knew how tasking it would be, and just avoiding the disappointment of people not approving of or supporting everything that I create. And I just again want to get back to the point to where I was posting into a void without anybody to see, and I still enjoyed it. Numbers didn't matter, views didn't matter, likes didn't matter, and it still doesn't matter to me. But what does matter to me is that I'm actually reaching people who are actually enjoying and creating a sense of community based off like the things that I post. But one thing I do want to avoid when it comes to like this is something that I've just started like looking into that I really don't know much about, but I have to do more research on it. But parasocial relationships, and from my understanding right now, is basically like stan culture where people are actively like obsessed with you, and they hold you to these expectations of you should be doing this, that, and they think that they are more connected to you than they actually are. Now, that's something I just cannot deal with because I just wouldn't be able to handle any of that. But that's neither here or there. But I do want to be acknowledged for the things that I am planning on creating and going to create. And all of that starts with just doing the things and getting back into the groove of posting for myself and just, you know, getting into the groove of things. That's kind of why I've started social media. Well, not social media. It's kind of why I started getting on YouTube again and actively utilizing every platform: TikTok, Shorts, Instagram, Pinterest, and things like that, because I really want to connect with people that are similar to me, interested in the things that I'm into, and genuinely developing a relationship and connection based on that and around that. And also just like showcasing myself and everything that I'm interested in and that I'm able to do, because I feel like the reason why I miss out on so many, well, let me just say this: anything that's for me would never miss me. But I feel like the reason why I don't have people reaching out to me and with the interest of collaborating and things like that, because they may feel like I'm not interested, which is not true at all. I am so very interested in collaborating with people if it fits me and if I feel like it's a genuine connection and collaboration. I do not just want to collab with people just for the heck of it and just because you feel like, yeah, I just don't want to do collabs just for the heck of it. I only want to do collaborations that are genuine, and you are as much of a fan of me at fan is not that bad of a word. I don't care. I don't care. I don't care. I'm just gonna use the word. It ain't that bad of a word. You are just as much a fan of me as I am a fan of you. And yeah, and not necessarily just like being a fan, but just being aware of like the things that I'm doing, and me being aware of the things that you're doing, and actually knowing what your, I hate this word, but aesthetic is, and you knowing what my aesthetic is, and we working together and making both seamlessly coexist and create something so very magical. And yeah, and I just want to be seen too, as well. As much as I try to make myself seem like I don't want to be seen, and I want to be put into these. Actually, I don't know the word I'm looking for, but like I would really like go into hiding when the whole time I do want to be seen and I do want to be heard, but it's just by the right people. Because again, it does feel like I'm talking into a void when I'm posting on social media nowadays, because people are just looking and they're not interacting, and it'll make you question like the quality of what the things that you're creating, um which is very scary, because I know a lot of people like me who create very good content, thoughtful content, and it's a very great, excellent quality. But because they're not hitting the right audience, their target audience, it's gonna make them feel like they're not doing things that are great, which is very sad and depressing. And another thing that I wanted to talk about was how I wanted social media to be almost come off as effortless, which is untrue. But when I say this, I basically mean that everything that I create and post on social media doesn't have to be a full-on production. Um, I kind of like organic content. I don't really like the. What is up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm gonna be doing this on the. I don't really care for all of that, all the voices and things like that, even though sometimes I still talk in a voice, which I kind of am doing now. That's not really me, and me talking like in my natural state, but that's just me being programmed as a video arts major, I believe, in, studying media and entertainment arts. um but I want things to be more authentic and organic. Like, I don't want to have to set up all these big lights and all these different camera angles and use these high quality $1,000 cameras and things like that, because I do that in real life already and in work, but also because I feel like it's more organic and it's an escape, and it keeps me rooted to where I started. Because in the beginning of doing all these things, I never used to use a camera. Everything was done mobilely on my phone. And even before those days, I was recording off a tablet. And even before those days, I was recording off a Nintendo 3DS XL. And I just want things to stay that way. And I don't want to feel like I need to record every single thing in my life, which I would never do. That's why I never say that I'm a content creator or influencer, because I like privacy, and I don't think every moment of my life should be recorded or posted. And that's why one of the content creators that really has been inspiring me lately is Forrest Ripperton, because everything he does is organic and is not a full-on production, and it almost seems like effortless, which is not true. Social media could never be effortless. Like, all of this takes planning, thought, and a lot of thought, really. And it takes a lot to just pick up a camera and record yourself just saying the things that you want to say and doing the things that you want to do. And that's why I really commend Forrest Ripperton for the things that he's done, as I've been watching him since like 2020, 2021. Like, I remember watching him all throughout college, and he kept me motivated in knowing that it's okay to not have everything that you post be like these full-on productions. He shows me that you don't have to put on these personas and all of this and actively create in the same way to like keep people interested in you. When he shows up at whatever personality or mood or emotion that he is at the time, and he's in each and every one of those videos, he's authentically himself and not limiting himself in a way to where he could be easily consumable for like brands and things like that. And he still gets these opportunities to work with people and collaborate amongst others who are just as authentic as him with their content creating. And I really appreciate him and everyone that he's around that has inspired me to push forward and keep being myself in every version of myself on social media. Yeah, I'm kind of rambling, but I was really avoiding doing this video because of, again, just wanting to be in hiding and also like limiting myself in a way. But I'm at a point now, especially now that I finished college for now, um, to where I really want to be seen for me authentically and genuinely, because I feel like I've not been showing up as me. I've been limiting myself to my household, only expressing myself to them, and in a way, I feel like God has been punishing me for not 100% showing up as myself in spaces where I am needed. And God has been revealing to me lately that the world needs me to show up as myself, or I will forever be upset and I will forever be down when I'm not accepted and appreciated. Like, how can you want people to accept, appreciate, or understand you when you aren't literally being you? In summary, um, I really do love social media as a whole, but it does get a little bit of draining because of the things that you constantly see and all of these people like acting in the same way, creating the same videos, following all these trends, seeing all these quotes, these bitter post quotes and stuff like that kind of has made social media very, very, very draining, and it's no longer as much as of an escape as it used to be when I first started social media. But I'm trying to get back into the groove of that, and I feel like all of that comes from me actively showing up as myself 100%, and knowing that it's okay for me to show up as myself, and that I no longer have to gatekeep my personality from the world. And if I continue to do that, I will continue to be punished. But yeah, thank y'all so much if you stayed tuned in throughout this entire video. I kind of went on a rambling rampage, but hey, this video wasn't about to get created, and I created it, so whine about it. Alright, so thank you to everyone who stayed tuned in throughout this video. And I just want to know, like, what does social media mean to y'all? Let me know in the comments. And also, thank you.